everyone, it's Haley, and today I'm going to be talking about my most anticipated releases for fall 2016. So fall is my favorite season, so I'm beyond excited that it is fall, and there are some pretty awesome new releases coming out in the fall. So these are my most anticipated releases. I believe there's 7 of them that are coming out from October right up until the new year. So I'm going to be going in order of publication date, and first up is When the Moon Was Ours by Anna Marie Miclemore, blah blah blah. I don't know how to say that last name, but you get the point. And this is coming out October 4th, and it is a magical realism centered around a transgender boy who falls in love with his best friend, and it's essentially them trying to decide how they want to go about this, if they want to go forward with it, and how they really want to define themselves ultimately. I think this book sounds fantastic. I haven't read a book with transgender characters in it before, so I'm really looking forward to that, and I think that the whole premise sounds like it could be really just amazing, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it's going to play out. And it's such a diverse and unique topic, and I love magical realism, so that's definitely a plus for me. So I'm really hoping that this one is as well done as it sounds it might be. That wasn't a good sentence, but you know what I mean. Next up is Gemini by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and this is coming out on October 18th, and it is the highly anticipated sequel to Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. So this book came out last year, and it kind of took the booktube world by storm because it is so unique. It's told in all sorts of different multimedia formats. Like, it has chat logs, it has different just kind of like techie things. It's a sci-fi, and I don't normally read sci-fi and really enjoy it, but I loved this one. It was one of my favorite books of last year, so I'm really looking forward to the sequel and seeing how things play out because it's such an interesting topic. It deals with like computers and kind of that whole idea of computers gaining more intelligence than even humans have, and you see that really play out in a very interesting way in the story, and I'm super excited for Gemini to see what is going to happen because I honestly have no clue. And if you were interested in this book, I do have a review for it, so I'll link it down below for you guys. Next up is Glitter by April Lynn Pike, and this book is coming out on October 25th, and it has one of the coolest concepts that I have ever heard of. So it's kind of like a sci-fi, kind of like a fantasy. I'm honestly not even sure how to categorize it, but basically in the Palace of Versailles, it is the 18th century, and things are like that. It's that lavish lifestyle that, like, if you're familiar with Marie Antoinette, it's that kind of lavish lifestyle where you're living the dream basically, and I love learning about the French Revolution, and it's kind of around that time. On the inside of Versailles and the 18th century, especially in palaces, I love reading about that. But then on the outside of the Palace of Versailles, it's modern day, so you have modern day technology and all of those things. So basically you have the meeting of two completely different cultures. So you have the 18th century lavish royal lifestyle meeting 21st century technology, and it just sounds like the combination is going to be amazing. And it's been also described as Breaking Bad meets Marie Antoinette because there is kind of an aspect of this mysterious drug going around. So I think that this just sounds like a recipe for success. Next up is a book that I actually am fortunate enough to already own and have read, and that is The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. So this book is on here kind of just for your sake because I think it should be on your list of most anticipated reads for fall because it was amazing, and I had been looking forward to it so much. It would have been on this list anyways, but it did not disappoint. It's a book that really deals with so many prevalent issues, race relations, immigration. It's all dealt with in here, and it's ultimately a love story, so it's fun, it's sad, you'll cry, you'll laugh, and it's just kind of the complete package. So you have a Jamaican girl who is about to be deported, and she meets a Korean American boy, and they just have this instant connection, and it's kind of their story of spending a few hours together in New York City, and it's just this magical story about fate and kind of questioning those things. If something is meant to be, will it happen? Like, it raises so many important questions while at the same time remaining lighthearted and fun. I am going to be doing a review for it, so I'm not going to say too much more, but I will link my review down below. It will be spoiler free, so you can watch that and decide if this book sounds like it's something for you. Next up is Dead Girls Society by Michelle Chris, and this is coming out on November 8th, and it follows a girl who has cystic fibrosis, and she is completely tired of being babied by everyone around her. So she receives a letter from something called the Society that is offering her money if she just accomplishes a few dares. So she agrees to do it it, but then she ends up getting herself way in over her head, and it's the story of her kind of trying to overcome that and really being in this stuck in this situation that she doesn't really want to be in. I'm mostly interested in this book because of the aspect of the main character having cystic fibrosis. I am taking a class currently on disabilities and the Victorians, but we're talking a lot about other books that have disabilities in them and how it's really presented. So not that cystic fibrosis is a disability, but like having that kind of illness. I'm interested to see a main character with that, and it kind of sounds like it's not going to be the main aspect of the story. So I'm very interested to see how it plays out. I have pretty high hopes for it, so I'm hoping I won't be disappointed. Next up is Heartless by Marissa Meyer, and this is definitely my most anticipated release of all of the ones for fall and one of my most for the year, and this is coming out on November 1st. I already have pre-ordered my copy, so I cannot wait for it to come in, but this I am so excited for. You guys will know if you're familiar with my videos and you know what this book is about. It is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, except it's like a prequel to Alice in Wonderland, all about the Queen of Hearts. I love Alice in Wonderland, and there are just not enough Alice retellings out there, reimaginings, so I am always looking to get my hands on some, and Marissa Meyer is a fabulous author. I've read the Lunar Chronicles by her. I haven't actually finished it yet, but I have read the first 2 books of that. I will finish it soon, but that's a whole other thing. But I am so excited for this book, and I am hoping that it is going to be as amazing as I'm thinking it's going to be. Like, we never really get that many prequels to Alice, and I just think the Queen of Hearts is such an interesting character to do a whole prequel about, so I am so looking forward to this one, and I can't wait. And sorry, Heartless is coming out on November 8th, not November 1st. I got confused. There are a ton of dates in this video, and I just get mixed up sometimes. Next up is Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Coulthurst, and this is coming out on November 22nd, and this sounds like it's going to be amazing because it's a fantasy where instead of the princess, it's a fantasy with royalty, and instead of the princess going after this prince, it's the princess going after another girl. So it's kind of the princess getting the girl. So I'm really interested to seeing kind of how this will play out, because I think having a fantasy where the main character is lesbian and it's complicated though, because she is betrothed to a man, and she has been since she was a little girl. So now she finds herself falling more for the sister of the betrothed rather than the actual betrothed. So I'm so interested to see how this is going to play out. I have high hopes for it, and I know a lot of people do, so I'm hoping that it's going to be as great as it sounds. I just think the whole thing sounds so interesting, and there's also a magical plot line where the princess has magic in a kingdom that has forbidden magic, so there's a lot of things going on in here, and I think that it sounds like it could be really amazing, and I'm hoping it will be. And the final book on this list is Scythe blah 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 by Neal Shusterman. Neal Shusterman is the author of the Unwind series. It's a dystology, and I loved that one. It's super creepy, super weird, but fantastic, and his new book is coming out on November 22nd, and it sounds like it's going to be kind of just as creepy and weird. It's basically these people are charged with killing people because there's no real death. You don't die naturally. So these scythes or scythes or whatever, they go around and they kill people. And the 2 main characters have been charged with becoming one of those thingies. I can't say the word. I think it's scythe. I'm gonna say scythe. I don't know. I'm probably saying it wrong, and you guys will tell me, but it's fine. But they're kind of in a competition, and it becomes very clear that in order to become the scythe, whatever, they will have to kill one, like one will have to kill the other, so only one of them can survive. So it is super complicated. It sounds like it's going to be amazing, and I'm very, very intrigued by it, so I'm really looking forward to it. So those were all of my most anticipated releases for fall of this year. I can't believe it's already fall. Like, this is the last one of these videos that I'm going to be doing this year. Oh my god, I can't think about that, because that means no, it's almost 2017. That's ridiculous to me. I just cannot believe that. But yeah, there are tons of amazing books coming out that I'm really looking forward to. Let me know what some of your most anticipated releases are for fall of this year. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!